Hi, I'm Jamie, and a warm welcome to the Ben & Colville Lotus team. I know what you're thinking, another green Emira, deja vu. You have not seen this video, I promise you, this is another new Emira that we've got for sale. Dark green or dark burden is a very popular colour, as I mentioned in my previous video, and another example of a dark burden Emira for sale just proves that even more so. And if you keep watching the videos later in this week, I'll have another one for sale, but that's another matter. Today I'm selling a 2-litre turbo variant, so slightly different to the normal V6 fare that we get. The 2-litre, for those that don't know, is from the AMG drivetrain. It's a wonderful 2-litre turbo engine. It's paired with the 8-speed dual clutch transmission, really good combination. Produces 360 horsepower, which translates to a pretty impressive 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds and a top speed of 171 miles an hour. As you can see, this one's dark verdant, but it's got a really cool interior combination. It's got the red leather, and the red leather is a bit of an interesting one. Only a couple of colours does it go with, in my opinion, but the dark green is one of them. It looks really cool. Paired with a silver wheel, it's got a really nice combination. This particular example, being a 2-litre turbo, slightly newer, it's on a 74 plate registration, registered in November 24. It's had just 2 owners, has covered 7,700 miles, and is for sale today at £62,000. Following around, being a first edition, there's lots of nice goodies with this car. Here at the front nose of the Lotus Emira, you'll notice that obviously dark verdant paintwork. It is a very dark green, and out of sunlight, it almost looks black in some lights. And now we're coming to spring and summer, you really get to see that green coming through as sunlight washes it. The white light in our showroom doesn't do any justice. It does show the condition of the paintwork, which is exceptional, but it doesn't really show off the colour itself. So whoever comes to see us, hopefully it's a sunny day and get the car outside, you can really see it. It is paired with that red leather interior, works really well on the green. It's a good combination. It's not full red interior because that can be a bit too much, so it's broken up with some black leather accents and black stitching, which work really well. It's sat on a lightweight silver forged alloy wheel, good combination with the green. Obviously a red caliper to complement the red leather interior. You've got privacy glass with this particular example, and a Scorpion tracker if you need that for your insurances. It also benefits from lovely full front nose paint protection film, which has kept the bodywork in pristine condition. You'll notice the Lotus approved number plate on the front of this car. What that means is it has been through our Lotus workshop. It's had a thorough Lotus approved inspection, so you know this car is bang on the button. Paired with that, you've got the manufacturer's warranty, which expires in November 27, so it will give you real peace of mind for ownership of this car, knowing it's exactly as it should be. As I always mentioned, the Emira is a volume selling car for Lotus, and there's a number of reasons for that. A, stunningly beautiful. Isn't it a pretty car? I don't think there's a prettier car around the 60k market, but it's also the practicality of it. There's no secret that an analogue sports car market is a very difficult market to inhabit, and you need to dilute a little bit of that and become more GT sports to sell in volume to make it worthwhile to produce cars like this. And that's what the Emira is. It is a GT sports car, but it still kept that sports car edge, which is unusual. Most cars are a bit more GT than sports. I like to think this is more sports than GT. But practical things like front parking sensors, reversing sensors, camera, ingress, egress, infotainment systems, how the seats are, these are key to the car selling volume. It can't just be beautiful and drive well. We've had cars like that. We've had the Evora, we've had the Elise, we've had the Exige. Awesome cars, arguably better to drive than the Emira. That's a bit of a debate, but for me, I think I prefer the analog nature of them. But they never sold in volume. They're too compromised. Whereas this, it has no real compromise, but very close to the sort of drivability of those hugely compromised cars, and that's been the success of it. Lotus being Lotus, it's all about how the car feels and how it drives, and that's always been the corner weight of the car. As I mentioned earlier, if you come in and look at this alloy wheel, it's a lightweight forged alloy wheel. This particular example is sat on a touring damper platform, so that's a Bilstein damper with a touring chassis set up. That means it is sat on a Goodyear tyre. You've got this lovely lightweight wheel, you've got this 2-piece brake disc. It's sat on an AP4 pop caliper, which is obviously complemented in the red to complement the interior. But it's really lightweight, and you feel that through the steering wheel, and that's always been Lotus's USP. You've got a wonderful chassis in this car, paired with the corner weight taken out, and that's why the steering wheel feels so alive. We've kept hydraulic steering in this car. We haven't got any of that electric nonsense which kills the feedback. You can actually feel what this car is doing. I always say to people on test drives, you go over a coin and you can generally feel if it's a heads or tails with the Lotus, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Coming down the side profile of the car, obviously it's body coloured door mirrors on this, so you've got PPF on this particular mirror. Continuing down, you've obviously got the Lotus Emira first edition badge that comes with all the first edition cars. And all cars at Leith Heffel, you do have paint protection fill, which just protects you on your rear quarter section here of the car. Of this Lotus Emira, you've got the silver Lotus badging, you've got silver exhaust tip finishers, integrated in this gloss black rear diffuser are your reversing sensors, pretty useful, and underneath here is your reversing camera. Before I take you into the engine compartment and the boot area, I want to show you the Lotus Emira key. It's got a very nice key. That is the key for those who haven't seen it. Obviously you've got your lock, unlock and boot release. This is the Scorpion tracker fob that comes with the car. And there's a lovely little motif on the key itself. I don't know if you can see that, for the drivers. Lotus has always been a company that prides itself on building cars for the drivers. Going into the boot area here, you will notice this has privacy glass, so it gives you a little bit of a reference on the engine with the 2-litre AMG engine, which is the M139 engine. You don't really get to see it. It has this plastic cover on here, so not much of a reference. But in the boot area itself, there's a good degree of practicality, a lovely aperture here which allow a flight bag to go into it. You can pack well into the corners. You've got your triangle and tyre inflation kit. One thing I haven't mentioned with the MG engine, service intervals, it's every 12 months or 10,000 miles, whichever comes first. If you don't think there's quite enough space in the boot here for you, fear not, there's some space behind the seats as well, which I'll show you in just a moment. Working our way inside this Lotus Emira, you've got that red leather centre section on the door card, finished with the black leather on the outer. It does have a black contrast stitch and a red sort of stitch there, which works really well. You've got KEF audio on this car. All the first edition cars with KEF audio come with KEF audio. Really good quality sound system, normally associated with household stereos, but this is their first venture into automotive, and we're delighted to be working with them. You've got the beautiful steering wheel on the Lotus Emira. This one's finished in black perforated leather. You've got haptic controls here on the steering wheel, but a very pretty wheel that feels great to drive when it's in your hands. Working our way to the driver's seat, you've obviously got red leather driver's seat and passenger seat. It's complemented with a contrast of a black leather strip, and you've got some black stitching here, and you've got twin black and red stitching here on the outer parts of the door seat. All Lotus Emira first editions come with heated electric memory seats. You've got 2 memory positions for your seats. To adjust the seats, you've got a little lever here which goes backwards and forwards. You can also raise the height of the seat if you wish by lifting that up or going down to lower it. Your rake adjustment is on this little switch here, so forwards and backwards. This controls your lumbar, so you can bring your lumbar up or down, and then you can bring it towards you or away. The steering wheel is also telescopic in adjustment, so you can pull that lever down, you can then bring the steering wheel towards you, you can go up, you can go down, or indeed push it in. So you can really get a really ideal driving position from this car, which is part of the DNA with Lotus. The inside of the Lotus Emira is such a lovely place to be. It's a really beautiful bespoke interior, really high-end materials. It feels great, and everyone that comes in from our German competitors doesn't ever quibble with it. Obviously, I've been with Lotus for more years than I care to admit. I think we're getting on for 19 nearly. And with the Evora, we had lots of people coming to look at it, loved how it drove and the beautiful nature of it, but found the interior slightly compromised. Whereas with the Emira, they don't have that, and we don't have to make that apology. And it's hopefully in the video it comes across as how nice this interior is. Going back to some of the practical elements, you've got twin cup holders here. You've got a centre armrest console which has some stowage and it has charging there. So you've got USB and a lightning charger. You've got some practicality in the door pockets here. So where the KEF audio speaker is, here is your door pocket. You've got a lovely bit of theatre with the start-stop button here. Here's your automatic gearbox. It is that 8-speed dual clutch transmission, so you've got the ability to go into normal drive, or you can choose the gears manually yourself. If you wish, you can go down or up through the gears here. Personally, I prefer to use the paddles. So on the steering wheel itself, you've got a downshift and an upshift paddle there. You've got lovely digital display screens, so you can change what you look at here, control your radio. It does have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, whatever floats your boat. You've got a lovely visual display screen here to show your revs and speed. Other controls in the car, you've got your drive modes, you've got your audio here, and you've got a single zone climate control system. A very beautifully equipped car. Just want to show you that stowage place I mentioned earlier, which is just behind this seat. So just make sure either your passenger or driver's seat is forward on the motor. You've got a little catch here which lifts and brings the seat forward. And then you've got this lovely little parcel shelf behind. It does have a stowage net to keep luggage in place, and it's really useful if you just need to go on those sort of longer drives, or you've bought more bottles of wine than you thought at the shops. I hope you've enjoyed the vehicle presentation video to this lovely Lotus Emira 2-litre turbo. If I or the sales team can be any further assistance, please do get in touch. Our telephone number is 01483 28 1000 and press option 1 for sales. Alternatively, please click on the inquiry button. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.